you like what Salesforce tool is doing, what this Salesforce domain is, and what Prover is doing to what is the benefit over the Selenium or other tools. So I'll provide you again. Satya, have you worked on Salesforce before?
What, Sunny?
Have you
Can you
worked
come
on the
again?
Salesforce domain before?
No, no, Sunny.
Okay, okay.
Currently, we
So
are working on the HR so this is for Salesforce actually.
okay, okay, you have some idea then. Okay, so Salesforce is an application where is a CRM application where the all the activities like a sales and the service. It has the two clouds called sales and the service. So we can all the activities we can do it in a one platform. The sales actually we have, suppose we are using the sales, in a sales we have multiple activities like creating account, rate creation, opportunity creation, and asset adding, and the approvals, the product adding, that kind of activity actually we are doing it into the HBT sales. And in the service part, actually, we have a multiple activities called same activities called the account creation, opportunity creation, and there are other activities also. So say Salesforce is a very good application for the CRM. So to automate this CRM application, we can have the multiple approaches. We can do it through the Selenium, we can do it through the Tosca, we can do it through the Provar. So in this project, actually, we are using the Provar tool. So the Provar is actually the licensed tool which used to automate the Salesforce application. So the benefit over that Selenium and the other tools is in a Selenium, if we are using the Selenium, so we have to identify the XPath in many times actually. Sometimes what is happening, our application is having like a multiple XPath matching with the unique IDs as the same. So in that time, actually, it is very difficult to identify the XPath as you are working into the Lightning application. You must seen it how difficulties you have faced, and if you are working with the Selenium, like if we have a multiple frame, so in that time actually we need to put a more a logic to find out the web element into that page actually. So in this Prover, actually it is not very difficult to find out the or identify the web element or the frames. And if you want to in a Selenium, actually, if you are executing the test cases, there is no back stepping. Like if you want to go back to that, if you want to go back to particular step is got failed, if you want to go back to the particular step, that is not possible into the Selenium. Actually, you have to execute the script from the scratch again. So, like in the Prover, they have provided the facilities to move forward and the backward. If you are developing any script, in that time you can move forward and the backward, and you can develop the in a like a very efficient time manner. So and the other advantages is like if you want to configure any your scripts through the Bamboo, or if you want to the version control is also is very easy into the configuration with the other tools is very easy to the Prover. If the other advantages is like if you want to run into the any cloud like a browser stack or other cloud, so they have provided some facility to integrate it. So currently we are not doing a parallel execution here on a cloud execution, but it is a facility. So in a Prover, actually, if you want to automate any API testing there, if you want to automate any APIs, the REST APIs, so they have also provided the you can also do that the database testing as well as the API testing. So if you want to check anything manner, what is the Prover tool, how it is working, and what is the benefits over the Selenium or the other tools, you can directly go to the prover.com site. There you can find all the details. Okay. So here Today actually I'm going to provide how we can set up the workspace, how we can set up the connections, what all the tools, the features actually it is containing, that kind of the details I'll provide you from. And from tomorrow actually we'll try to create the script, all the for loops and the variables kind of activity. We'll do it from tomorrow. Okay. So let me share my screen. So this is the Prover like a website. Here you can find that like a Prover, the product tour and the pricing, all those things. Why Prover? What is the benefit over the manual Selenium? What is the all the the how we can do the for loop and that kind of documentation also they have provided into their site. Okay. Now I'll open one VM. Okay. So Satya, you have worked on that the Eclipse tool or automate the Selenium or like a Lightning application, right?
Yes, Sunny. I have experience in Eclipse.
Because the initial steps is already covered to the Virendra and the Uma. So I'll try to give some details to you. So I'll relate this tool with the Eclipse so that you will have some visibility how it is same with the like Eclipse. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so here what we'll do first, I'll create one workspace. I'll create one training workspace here. Okay. Once I created that training workspace, I'll go to the Prover tool. So before creating the like a workspace, so there is like a Prover setup, and the prerequisite is the Java you have to install into your machine. And if you are using the Ant, because I'll tell you how we can trigger all the scripts through the Ant, so that the Ant also you have to install into your system. So I'll check what version we are using it, the Java version.
Yeah, Sunny. That is spelling mistake, I think. We are.
Yes. So you have to use 1.8 and above version, Java version. It will not work below that 1.8 actually. So you have Java version called 1.8 and above. Okay. And for Ant, I think there is no specific version they have provided. You can install the latest Ant version. Okay, so we are using it like a 1.10.6. Okay. So prerequisite is we have to install the Java and the Ant. After that, we have to create one workspace. Same, I'll go to like a Prover here, right click, and you have to open it through the run as administrator. So whenever you'll get the release, you have to install the Prover setup. So you'll get all the setup in the form of .exe. So let me go to that exe. Currently, we are using it 2.4.02 version. So the installation is very easy here. You have to just right click and run as administrator, and you have to click on the next, and you have to select the installation location. So by default, it will take like a C folder. If you go to C folder, program files, and here you can see the Provar 2.4.0 is present here. Okay, so after installation, do you have to modify one file like .ini file, same as the in a Java Eclipse. Actually, in Eclipse we have one .ini file. Same with the Prover, we have the configuration setting file .ini. You have to open this file and edit it, and two things you have to modify, like the heap free heap ratio, the 80 and 90. By default it will be like a 40 and 50. You have to change it as a 80 and 90, and this line you have to provide ecom.prover validation.disabled is equal to true. That file or the configuration, I will give it to you in another file, so that the next installation will come. You will change this three things like heap ratio and the maximum heap ratio and the validation disabled. Okay. What is the use of that? I will tell you after opening that the workspace. Okay. So when you install that the prover into your machine, and as soon as you will provide that the connection of that particular application, so what it will do, it will try to download all the metadata into the one like a workspace, and that actually we will use across our scripts when we are trying to give any kind of trying to create any kind of a scenario. That metadata actually it used. Okay. Is there any question, Satya, Virendra, Uma?
Yes, I mean, like as you said, we need to install Provar. So you will be uninstalling with the oldest version, and again you are installing the new version, right?
Yeah, so if you want to install it, you can install it. Otherwise, what it will do, if you are installing the new version, it will override that the previous version.
Okay.
Okay, so here you can see we have like other Provar files as well. You can delete after installation of, if you are not deleting it, no problem. It will navigate to that the latest file only, latest installation only.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Same thing. I will open Eclipse launcher, like a Prover launcher, and I will browse this workspace. I'll select that folder. I click on launch. Okay. So here we have three things. Okay. In same as in Eclipse, if you want to import any existing project, you can import it. If you want to import from the source control means Git. If you have a Git or the Bitbucket, you can click, and if the file is already present, .git folder is already present, so you can use the control. Yeah, otherwise you can use the import from the file. Here we don't have anything like that. I'll click on the create new. So here I need to provide the project name. I'll provide the project name as a training Provar. Okay. And I will click on the create the Salesforce connection and then next. So every application in a Lightning as well, you have seen like you have like a admin user or other user as well. So same thing we have to provide here, the username and the admin username I'll provide, and after that I'll tell you like how we can create the other user as well. So what I will do, I will go to the my HBT sales folder that one username, admin username. Okay, just 1 minute. Here I'm providing the HUT sales username. Okay, the type should be normal Salesforce connection only. Okay, and after that, the basic setting, you have to click on the normal login as a with the username and password, because we are setting up the admin username here. So I will click on the normal login as. Okay, I'll provide the username and then I'll provide the password. Any security token as of now we have not required, but if in your application you have to provide the security token as well. Okay, I'll go to the environment. I will select the sandbox. Sandbox means we have like a QA environment only, and enable lightning mode. I'll check this connection, test connection. Okay, something is wrong here. Yes. Okay. So this password it is taken, and then I'll click on the finish button. It is not taking. Here it is showing the connection name may only contain the letter, digit, or underscores. Okay, so I provided the space here. That's why it's showing the error. I'll provide underscore. And then finish. Yeah. So here we can see like the application is open with the connection, admin connection, and here you can see like it is loading the metadata. Okay, and it is showing the HBT sales, the admin user. Okay, so when we are changing the configuration, as I told you, like we have to add one line disabled, like this line. Just 1 minute. The prover validation disabled is equal to 2. If you're adding this line, that means it will not take much time to download data. It will not validate all the like test scenarios right now. Otherwise, if you are not providing it, sometime it will take like 2 hours to download all the metadata. Okay, so you have to provide that this line. Sorry. This line, decom prover validation disabled is equal to 2. Okay, so it is downloading the metadata. So and if you want to check like where exactly our test user is, so here you can check like you can go to the test setting. In a test setting, you can go to the connections. Here you can see like the one user has got HBT sales admin user. If you want to check, just select this user, go to this edit selected connections, click on that, and you can check like a password and the username here. Okay. Yeah. Any question? Satya?
No, Sunny.
Okay. Yeah. So you can see like all the metadata got downloaded here. And if you want to refresh, the best practice is like if once the metadata got downloaded, you have to click on this icon and again reload the files, all files, click on OK. So again, what it will do, if any metadata is missed, it will again download the metadata.
For every connection, we need to download that metadata, or else it's a one-time activity, Sunny.
It's a one time. If you have a multiple admin, then you have to download it. Otherwise, if you have a one admin user, then it will download the metadata once only.
1 second, you just go on to that step. How to download that metadata? 1 second, please.
Yeah. So go to here, reload the orgs, and then
Before
reload the
this
file.
step, Sunny. If
Okay.
not downloaded means we can need to reload this. Before, how to download the file? If we log in means how to download that files for first
If
time.
first time, if you are providing the username, automatically it will get downloaded.
Oh, that's what I must. Okay,
Okay.
got it.
If it is downloaded, if you are not getting this kind of downloading icon here, go to here and just re-download it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So once it is downloaded, go to here like tools and refresh and recompile. Okay. Again, it will download so that we can make sure like all the metadata got downloaded. Otherwise, you'll get some issues to create the scenarios. This metadata actually contains all the object you can see here. Okay. Again, I'm going to the tools, refresh and recompile. Again, it is refreshing it. All the compilation is done now. Okay. You're not seeing anything, the status bar here. Okay. Or loading bar. So it is done now. So you have the one test case is already added here. Okay. And after that, what we can do, first I'll explain you like what all this the feature is like, and where the like all like the for loop, if else, the sleep is present, and what all this the problem, the setting, test runner. After that, we'll start that the scripting part. Okay. Just 1 minute. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, Uma?
Yeah, Sunny.
Okay. Yeah. So the first one, the first I'll start with this upper bar. Okay. So in upper bar, you can see we have multiple options called file, edit, tools, and help. This all things actually is related to the Eclipse. So I'll not you much because this is not we are using it into the script development. Okay. If you want to create any new like a test cases page object, you can create you can click on the new, and you can check like you can click on the test cases page object, you can create it. Otherwise, you open, if you want to open the file, you can click on the open the file, you can browse the one file, and you can click on that particular file, you can open it. Okay. The same thing, we have the edit options, copy, paste, select all, and the tools we have already. I have used the refresh and recompile. And if you want to reset the views, so you can same as Eclipse, we can reset the views. And if you want to check any other views, so if something is missing, like a test runner, test setting problem, go here in a show views and click on that. Okay, so that it will be visible here, right? The help option. The help option, we have the license manager. Okay, in a license manager, you can check the one license is already added here and it's showing the activated. Okay, sometimes what will happen, you will not get activated the status here. So in that case, what you have to do, you have to connect with the Biju or the Nitin, and they will guide you like how you can add this license here, and you can click on the OK. Okay. And after that, we have like a new one icon called new test. If you go to the particular drop down, like you can see the new test cases, new test plan, new test page object, new API. Here we are using many times like a new test cases only. Okay. Save all. After that, we have one, you can see one globe here, like it's environment actually. Suppose you are executing all the script in one environment call. Okay. Sometimes what will happen, they will ask you to execute all that test script into the different environment. What you have to do, you have to provide like a configuration of the particular environment, because the username and the password will be the different for particular user, right? The username will be the different for this user, correct? So you can create like the different environment here. Okay, right now we have only one environment, but in some project we have a multiple environment also. So same script you can execute in a different environment as well. Okay.
Okay.
So here by default is showing the default. Otherwise, if you are adding some kind of environment here, like a E2E or QA, it will show you. So it will show here, right? After that, we have a test cycle. So test cycle, we are using it into the end execution. In end execution, like if you want some detailed log, like where exactly what all test data we have entered in a reports, like what all the failures we have, what failures we are getting it through the execution. In that case, we can use the test cycle. I will tell you while executing all the test cases through the end. I'll tell you what is the use of test cycle. Okay. After that, we have the resolution desktop full screen. If you want to run your test cases in a full screen, you can select the full screen. Otherwise, you can also select some resolution. Okay, suppose if we have some test cases which is running in a specific resolution, you can select it and you can execute it. Okay, you can check that it's working fine. After that, we have like a browser here, Chrome browser. If you go to the drop down, if you want to run in a multiple like a different browser like a Safari, Internet Explorer, you can execute it. That test cases. Okay. So last one is the Chrome headless. Okay, in a Chrome, in a Selenium, I think you know about that the headless execution, right? So headless execution is like it will not open that particular browser. Okay, but your test step and the execution will still go on into the server side with the using the APIs. It is not API testing. We are not checking that the request and the responses, but it will check the particular API is working or not without opening that particular browser.
So it will all happen in background, right?
Background, yes, correct. So in a daily execution, what we are doing it, we are having a scheduled execution through the Jenkins. In a Jenkins, we are doing execution only. Okay. And what we have observed, like if you are executing your test cases in a headless mode, the execution time will be the less as compared to the other browser.
Okay.
Okay. After that, we have a test builder and the run. Test builder, that means if you are developing any test cases, okay, so the test builder you have to use. In a test builder, I will open this test builder. Once we'll check this execution, then I will open the test builder. So any development kind of activity will happen into the test builder. In a test builder, we have a mode called go forward, backward, play, pause kind of options we have. Okay. After that, we have the run or the debug. If you want to run your test cases in a run mode, you can run it. If you in a debug mode, if you want to check any kind of validations or the failures, you can run into the debug mode. If you want that your test case to be run into the ant mode, you can also run it. Okay. Yeah.
So here, Sunny, why we are using that instead of Eclipse? Why we are using that Provar here?
So in Eclipse, yes. So in Eclipse, what you are doing, Satya? You are writing the script like through the Java and Selenium.
Yeah.
But here we are not writing the script.
Okay.
We are having the tool. Okay. How you are identifying that the web element?
What, Sunny?
How you are identifying the web element?
Web element.
Yes.
Yeah, by using that driver dot find element, by using exports
That's correct. Using
ID.
the dev tool, you are checking with you are providing any XPath attributes there, ID, locators, and then identifying, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Here it is skipping that part. You have to just right click on that and add to the test cases. Your test step will get added into the test builder mode. Okay, many times. Sometimes you have to identify the XPath only. So as I
Okay.
told you, it is using the metadata and the object, so that that object, if you're right clicking on that page and adding to the test builder, so it will get added. Okay.
Okay.
So your major tension will get resolved while using this application. And
Okay.
in your Selenium, if you are executing it, how you are synchronizing your script?
Using some synchronization concepts like
Yes.
The
So
wait time and
how you are like wait, some implicit wait, some explicit wait,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
that's what.
Here you don't. It will take care by that Provar tool.
So yeah, it will match that speed, right? Between browser and application.
Yes. Yes.
Prover will
But
automatically match that speed.
yes.
So
Yes.
so
Provar
we
will.
won't need a thread dot slip or a implicit wait these things there, right? Sunny?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
sometimes what will happen, sometimes if you are using the page object, because sometimes Prover also has some limitations. Okay, some release is happening. Some, if you will get new release there, some objects you will not able to map there through the standard mapping. Standard mapping, that means the already object is present into the metadata. That object, if you are using it, if the script is using it, that means we call it as a standard mapping. Sometimes what will happen, we are not able to map it. So here actually we have to provide the XPath. In
Oh,
that case, it's for standard, take care of all the weights there. But if you are using the page object, we have to take care about for that particular synchronization. Mostly, like we are using the thread dot slip here, as we don't have much scope to provide the explicit or implicit weight here. So for page object, sometimes it is taking sometimes it is failing, so we are providing some thread dot slip, but mostly it is working fine using that standard mapping. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So this is the main difference actually. So in execution, say in the execution point of view, like if you are executing all the test case through the Jenkins, same we are using it. Okay, we are also having the Jenkins integrated in a scheduled time. Actually, we are triggering all the script and or on and in if you the result part also. In a result part, we don't have to worry about the extent reporting or some taste ng reporting. Okay, so by default it has some reporting which is very, I think it's in a very detailed manner, and also screenshot is there. I'll show you one report here.
It's a HTML, right?
This is the HTML. Yeah, here you can see I've executed one test case, and it is showing the passed, failed, skipped. Okay, one test case got passed, and if you click on that particular test case, you can see like in a green a dot, that means this test tip got passed. Okay, if you can check, like it is taking the screenshot as well. So you don't have to put the text screenshot for the particular web element failure, right? So this kind of a report we are getting it. Yeah. So, okay. Any questions again? Satya, Virendra, Uma?
No, sorry.
No, sir.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Nothing
Then,
from
okay. Okay. No issue. Then we'll check like after that. Okay. So we, in the left hand side, you can see the navigator and the test palette. Okay. In a navigator, actually, the folder structure is the same. Okay. So here we have a bin, lib, src, templates, and the test. All the test case we used to write under the test folder only. Okay. In a src source, actually all the compiled file are custom APIs. If you want to write any custom APIs, you can write it. Lib folder, like suppose our driver, the Chrome driver got upgraded, okay, but our script is getting failed. In that time, what you have to do, you have to download the Chrome driver from the Selenium HQ, and then the Chrome driver you have to store into the lib folder. Okay. Sometimes you'll get that kind of exception, like your the Chrome is upgraded and the Chrome driver is mismatched. So currently it is matched and it is provided by the sales the Provar team. So here we don't have any the Chrome driver here. Okay, so it's by default it is taking the Chrome driver which is provided by the Provar. But sometimes if it is like Chrome is breaking or it is upgraded, so you have to put your Chrome driver here in a lib file. Okay. After that, we have a .secret file. In a .secret file, if you open it, so all the like password will store into the in this form. You can see Honeywell @2 actually I have used for this user. And if you want to check the users, so what user we are using it, so you have to go to that test.project. In a project, you can see like in XML format here, the user, what user we have used. Okay. So after that, the navigator part is completed now. I'll go to the test palette. In a test palette, actually, we have a lot of things here. And using this test palette, we are doing the sleep. If you want to put any sleep, if you want to put any for loop, if you want to put any if, you can use the test palette here. Okay. So first section is like control. In a control, you can see like we have assert, break, finally, group step, set value, switch, while, wait for, sleep, if, for each loop. So all those things actually I'll tell you while scripting, while we will scripting, I'll show you like how we can use the assert, how we can use we fail the test cases for each loop, how we can use it, what is the group steps, and what is the set values. Okay. So after that, the data actually used to connect the database. If you want to connect any database, you can use the data. But here we are not connecting any database, right? But we are using the SOQL query. I think you know about the SQL query. In order to fetch all the data from the database, we use the SQL query. But like we have the SOQL. Okay, some in a HBT sales and the service or HPS service, we are using SOQL to fetch or to check any data. Okay, but we are not connecting with the particular database. We are checking through the admin user only. Okay. So after that, we have a design here for BDD framework. If we are using it, the given when, then, design step, and end, that kind of a keyword. Currently, we don't have actually. Salesforce Apex, this sections also we are not using it right now. And Service Max also we are not using it. After that, I'll come to the UI part. UI part means UI action, UI assert, UI navigate. UI navigate, that means in Selenium, you can say if you want to refresh the page, you can use that driver.window. That refresh function. Same thing here, we have UI navigate here. So using this navigate, we can go forward, we can go backward. Okay, if you want to add any row, you explicitly you can add it. If you want to add any kind of action, you can add it. If you want to call any page object, you can add this UI action. After that, we have a utility part for a string function. If you want to like read the string, if you want to split it, if you want to replace with some character, you can replace with it. Okay. So after that, this is the middle section. In the middle section, actually, we all the script will be visible once we are writing it. You will get to know like how we are writing it. So all the script steps will be visible here. And after that, we have like the test plugin. The test plugin actually it is showing like your user is connected with the system or the resources or the server. If you are getting any cross action here, you have to restart your system and check your user fine or not. Okay. So how you can check it? Just select, go to edit and test connection. It's working fine. Now I'll go to the bottom part. So in a bottom part, the first section is like the problems. In the problems, if you are, if in your project, if you have any errors, any warnings, so it will be displayed here. Currently, it is showing the warnings 3 items. The warnings the same as a Java, we can ignore it. But if you have some error, so you have to check what error you are getting it. Otherwise, you will get exception or your test case will get failed during the execution. Okay. After that, we have a setting. In a test setting, we have connection, mobile apps. In a connection, I already told you, like if you want to store any admin user, you any other user, if you want to edit, you have to click on or you can edit this. After this, browser provided variables and environment. Okay, if you want to add any environment, you can click here, you can add it. Test cycle. As I told you, if you want to run that test cases into the test into the end mode.
Sunny, sorry, what are these environment for QA and prod, that kind of thing?
Yes, the same environment. If you are
Like we
here,
have SIT and QA.
yes, you have SIT and QA. That means if you want to add the two environments, you have to click here. You can add this.
Okay.
Okay. The test cycle. The test cycle is used for the end execution. Okay. So all the detailed report will be placed into the test cycle only.
So these test cycles does they have something to do with scheduling and all?
No, test cycle is actually used for the reporting purpose. If you want a detailed report and every steps like test data, you want what all test data you have it here. Here actually, I have yeah, here this report you can see. This is a test cycle report only. All those
Oh,
things is mentioned here, right? Populated row elements, the row locator matched one row. So this is the test cycle report. If you want a simple report, you don't have to select the test cycle. You can add the simple report and you can execute. Okay.
okay.
After that, in the bottom, we have the variables and the like admin user. Okay. So when you are executing any test cases, okay. So same as like in Selenium, like if you are adding storing any kind of data or some string into the variable. Same thing if you are storing, we can store into the prover also. So that value, if you want to check, like during the execution, that variable containing the which value, you can check it here in the variable section. Okay.
Yes, Sunny. Actually, I have a doubt here. In Eclipse means we will place the cursor through that through in that variable, right? So that we can able to see the value. But
Yes.
in Prover, there is a separate scheme for that, right?
Yes.
So what
We
are the
said
variables?
save. So in a detailed manner, it will show you like what all variable the value is there. So you can check here. Okay.
Okay.
Same like the HBT sales admin user, that mean the related object or kind of like a metadata is actually we can HBT related to HBT sales here. Okay, if you want to check anything related object, you can search it. Okay, I'm searching for opportunity, not for opportunity. I'll search for right now. It's not showing. We'll check after that. Okay. So that's it. Actually, this is all overview of this Provar tool. And from tomorrow, we'll start we'll start from that the scripting part. We'll add one script. We'll add some variables. We'll add some we'll try to execute. We'll see like how the execution is going on. We'll see like how test builder works. All those things we'll cover later tomorrow. Okay, same time. Is there any question?
Sunny, actually, that installation part and all you have already taken to Virendra, or this is the first KT for us?
So installation part, actually, I told you like the setup and all those things. So this is a very simple installation. You will get the .exe file and you have to click on the next. You have to open as a run as administrator. You have to click on the next button, next till last. That's it.
So our next project will be using Provar only, right? Provar using Salesforce.
That I cannot confirm. For that, you can connect with Nitin.
Yeah. Nitin? Hello.
Yes, Satya, what is it?
Actually, our next project is in a Provar or something else, Nitin?
Okay, so this is, as I told in the start of the session, as you joined lately, we are doing here cross learning. So just to know what tools and technologies we are using in other projects, so we can utilize if there's any need with the project to support. So you can go through this. It's a good tool like for sales for automation, and it's based on Selenium. So this will help for your learning.
Yeah, okay, Nitin.
Yeah. So we'll decide on that. But as of now, we're just doing this cross learning session. That's it.
Yeah, okay, Nitin. So this is, I think it is a valuable one thing we are doing,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Correct,
Okay.
correct.
Okay, Nitin.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks, Sunny. Thanks
Okay,
all.
Thanks, Sunny.
Yeah, thank you all.
thank you all.